Hi, welcome to That's a Thing Accent Clore, episode 0.74. It is Monday, May the 25th.
I'm Kevin, he's Drew. Anyway, we don't have much to talk about this week in terms of video game or nerd garbage, so we're just going to kind of talk about whatever. So, Drew, tell me about Justice League whatever. Drew, are you there? Okay, so Drew's not there.
Yeah, no, it muted me finally.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I was going to say, not only do we not have that to talk about, we don't even have, positivity to talk about this week.
Maybe. There might be some sprinkled in.
Yeah.
I think usually you'll be okay. So tell us about whatever.
Okay, so my YouTube habit is basically I will watch a clip of something and then I'll typically immediately say don't recommend channel anymore. So YouTube gets real desperate for stuff for me to watch. And so I've been watching a lot of clips of Justice League 4 because it's not tied to one channel. So it doesn't matter if I say don't recommend this channel anymore. There's a dozen of these channels that are just ripping movie clips and posting to YouTube.
Yep.
So this is the final installment in the animated movie universe for DC movies, going all the way back to the Flashpoint cartoon they did.
Okay, yeah.
And Justice League War, where they all teamed up to fight Darkseid for the first time.
Okay, so that continuity, where it's the new 52 continuities, kind of.
Yeah, so this has all been one large continuity. And boy howdy. You know that episode of Gargoyles where they're trying to get back to New York and Goliath has the vision of the evil future?
Yeah, that one's great. I like that episode.
Or the episode of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where Michelangelo winds up in the evil future for the 2003 series.
Yep.
Yeah, this is basically a movie about how a universe gets to that point.
Oh, so that one episode in Justice League, was it Justice League or Justice League Unlimited?
Yeah, the once and future thing.
Yeah, where Flash was dead and therefore everyone became fascist.
Oh, no, you're talking about the Justice Lords. I thought you meant the one where the guy goes back in time. But yeah, the Justice Lords, yeah. Except it's way worse and way gorier because apparently whoever is making DC movies...
Nolan has arrived. Welcome, Nolan.
Hi, Nolan. We're complaining about Justice League Apocalypse War.
Justice League Dark Apocalypse War?
Yeah, that movie is hot garbage, and I keep watching clips of it. I've basically seen the whole movie through clips.
Has that happened to you guys too?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that. Or...
See, that's my hot technique. That's why I just watch card game channels. So whenever the recommendations is a card game channel, and I go, okay, I'll click on that one.
So
but yes,
Justice League. I take it back. I was looking up the Snyder Cut for H.
Oh, we'll talk about the Snyder Cut.
We can talk about that.
Yeah, we'll get there too. But yeah, so this movie takes what could have been an interesting character arc for Constantine. So the premise is the Justice League finds out Darkseid has just moved Apocalypse out just outside the solar system and is likely going to be invading Earth. So they're going to lead a proactive strike. But Darkseid knew their plan already, so when they get there, it falls apart, and either they are killed or turned into a mechanized force for Darkseid.
Oh, okay.
Batman gets slapped onto that sweet Mobius chair and becomes his new war general. Yeah. So then cut several years later, and Darkseid is now sending parademons infused with Doomsday DNA to just like destroy Earth and conquer it.
Okay, because all I saw was people using like green weapons. I'm like, oh, does he have like Superman?
Yeah.
And
So
I'm like, I don't care.
side tangent. I don't know if this is a multi-movie payoff kind of deal or just a single movie, but there are only two good parts in this film, and one of them is King Shark has like kryptonite teeth.
Yeah.
And the whole time, like, anytime King Shark talks, all he ever says is, King Shark is a shark. But in, like, the Suicide Squad's last stand, it's just Captain Boomerang and King Shark left. And King Shark just looks at him and says, "It's been an honor serving with you," as they get swarmed by Doomsdays.
That's pretty good. I like that. I like the idea where it was just a bit. It was not like a
Yeah.
Pokemon. He's just rolling with his bit.
But yeah. So when they do the... Sorry, Noel, go ahead.
No. So it's, I think it's the culmination of like their last 8.
15 movies have led up to this.
Because I know I watched Justice League Dark because I'm like, ooh, Constantine, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Teen Titans one, and I'm like, maybe this will be better. No, and then I watched Death of Superman because I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
they fight.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of these movies. So this is like the only one I've seen.
I've seen like 3. I watched the first one. I watched the Death of Superman. I think I watched the Suicide Squad one because I've liked it way better. Or it was like Assault on Arkham or whatever because I liked it way better than actual Suicide Squad, the live action movie. I need the
There's one Suicide Squad where like Reverse Flash got shot through the head, and so he sucked in as much Speed Force as possible. So he's just extending his final moments of life.
No, that's what it was. Is because they also had a Flashpoint Paradox movie, and then that
Yeah.
tied into the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, no, it's all of these movies are the same canon.
Yeah.
Like the Flashpoint movie is the start of series continuity. But so they take an interesting idea of when everything is falling apart on the invasion of Apocalypse. John Constantine, as he's watching Zatanna just get murdered, runs away cowardly.
Okay, I didn't see that clip.
Yeah, so he hot cowered and hightails it out of there. And so you think, well, at least we're getting a decent character.
No.
I think actually, I bounced.
No, I like that.
But no, then it turns out Zatanna put a spell on him to make him run away.
No, that sucks. Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Oh, dude.
I like it better when a character that's a coward and he has to redeem himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's actual character. Yeah. Yeah.
Because that would make way more sense for Constantine, where because he's indebted to all these demons and crap, but when he's dealing with the demons, he's like, yeah, okay, I got this. But then when you're facing the alien apocalypse, the doubt in your brain is, oh crap, I might die, and now the demons are gonna get me, and then he cowards out. That makes sense.
Yeah. And so the other good part of the movie that they don't ruin is how they like finally beat Darkseid in like the final moments. And it's by using a Raven to summon Trigon to fight Darkseid.
That's cool.
Okay, that's pretty.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is an old god versus a new god.
I see that, like, you can, it feels like that movie was designed in small parts where they said, okay, you know, it'd be really cool if this happened, but because of all the things that this happened, there's no connective tissue between them.
I mean, it's not though, because like most of the movie is a no fun allowed, like just brutal and sad and disappointing. Like, name a character, Kevin, and I'll tell you what tragedy befalls them.
Yo, what happens to the Flash?
So after the invasion goes south, they caused enough damage to Apocalypse that Flash is the new reactor generator for Apocalypse. He's just on a treadmill running.
Yeah, what happens to Shazam?
Let's see. He gets a leg cut off initially whenever the invasion goes bad, but Cyborg lets him cut through a portal back to Earth, only for, like time skip years later, he gets swarmed by a bunch of Doomsdays, crash lands, and then yells Shazam, and we just see an explosion happen.
What about Aquaman?
He got ripped in half on Apocalypse.
Okay.
And I don't think he got turned into a mechanized Fury, but he might have.
What happens to Nightwing?
I saw him get stabbed through the chest by a Paradoom, which is what they call their Doomsday Parademons.
I like him better when they just call him Doomsdays.
Yeah. But then later I don't know, in like all the closing segments, we see him in just a straitjacket. And I don't know how you go from stabbed through the chest to in a straitjacket.
What happens to Beast Boy?
I think he is not appearing in this film.
Ah. What about Blue Beetle?
I think we see him, like, when all the Teen Titans are getting killed, he's just, like, crashes in the background with a bunch of Doomsdays killing him.
Oh. What about Green Lantern?
Which one?
Hal.
Hal, I think, gets killed on the assault of Apocalypse, but does not get turned into... Yeah, which is, like... Man, you remember all the goofy fun of him being like, wait, you're not just some, like, crazy guy in a costume, are you? That's the same how Jordan the Vet just gets brutally murdered in this movie.
Jesus.
What are the other Green Lanterns that are in there? Is it like Kyle?
The Darkseid is just killing all of Oa.
Like Kilowog.
Kilowog gets his neck broken by Darkseid personally.
Okay, that's really dumb. I'm all right.
No. What's really dumb is like John Stewart's like the last lantern, and he's crawling towards the power lantern and reciting the oath. And Darkseid's like, Batman, I need you to like port some of Earth's molten core here. So just as he finishes the oath, a bunch of molten lava just falls on the core and explodes everything.
Oh god,
that's so stupid. Like, okay, so maybe I'm dumb. And it's very possible I'm dumb. But I always assumed that the Green Lanterns were so strong that Apocalypse just couldn't walk over there and kill them.
Yeah, no, apparently he could. He just didn't.
He could have the entire... I think my biggest problem with all of this movie is the implication that Apocalypse could have just walked over and done it at any point.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what happens to Wonder Woman?
She gets her arm cut off in the initial assault by Doomsdays, and then when they go back there for their secondary, smaller strike team years later, she is now a mechanized Fury for Darkseid.
She's roboticized like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, but then, like, I don't know, I've missed the clip where they somehow, like, awaken people's hearts and, like, get them to, like, wake up and be like, oh, I'm not evil anymore. So she somehow gets pulled back on the team. But not before killing Etrigan the demon.
I just don't like it when a bad guy could have done it at any point and just didn't. Because because my memory, okay, and this is just me from my memories. So the first time it was like in that first Justice League movie where Green Lantern punches Darkseid just swats him and the Parademons come out and punch him.
Yeah,
so,
he's dead now.
So at that point, Darkseid was repelled by Superman and the crew.
Well, no. Okay, let me ask you this, though. Like, if this is the level of brutality we're now shown that Darkseid operates on, when he smacked him away, why did those Parademons just punch Hal and, like, why didn't he just get stabbed?
See, that's
and, dismembered?
That's my problem, is that this doesn't feel like the same creep. Because if this movie is to be assumed, Darkseid should have won.
Yeah,
that was just that was just 6 superheroes, not all of them. Apparently, if all of them attack his planet, he kills them. But if 6 attack just him, he loses.
Yeah.
the numbers don't work.
No.
And I understand, yeah, it's comic books, but to me, your comic has to be internally consistent.
I feel
You want it?
is they made a PG-13 movie because that was the craze, and then they figured out, oh wait, no, people love violence. We need that.
I don't even. I think it's just the people who are making this are like out of touch. You want to know the worst? You want to know how this movie ends?
Yo,
just
hit me.
ask.
It ends with Constantine being like, because at some point he like read the Flash's mind, and he's like, "Flash, you gotta go back and do another Flashpoint." And like it ends with Flash running and like hitting the time warp, and we don't see what happens after that. We see a wash of white erase this universe. But so it says, yeah, these past 15 movies that we've all made and created and whatever, they don't matter. None of it mattered.
Oh, that's bad.
Yep.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get.
I hope you enjoy our new movies.
I mean, see, that's really disappointing because I like.
Wait, are we doing the podcast?
Yeah, this is the podcast. You came
Okay,
in like
good.
1 minute after intro, so don't worry about it.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, we're not. No, I'm not wasting this on nothing.
That's what I was worried about.
Yeah, it's just. Oh, that's.
Oh, okay, you know something else that's stupid?
What's that?
John Jones, Martian Manhunter, also gets, roboticized into being a Fury for Darkseid.
Is he just on fire? Because that would be funny if Darkseid made him on fire robot.
No, Kevin. This movie is not a fun movie.
Oh.
No, it's okay. So this is just, I don't know. I look at this from a logical standpoint, and I think, okay, John Jones, one of his key powers is shape-shifting.
Yeah.
So why have you replaced 3/4 of this man with robot?
So like his
Wait.
left arm
Wait,
and
wait, wait. Can he still shapeshift though?
Yes.
But
So
then
like,
the robot-
it's like, so cut him off at the legs and bisect the torso, and that's what he has to shapeshift with.
oh, that's great. I love that. That's really funny.
He does an infiltration mission.
It's like
shapeshift part.
yeah, it's like hello. It's like some spider robot.
Oh no, like that's the thing. He's got like 4 legs, like spider legs, and like a huge mechanical claw. These are not subtle like cyberizations.
That's great.
Shit.
I love the idea of like this spider robot, and then like the last like fourth of him turns into a lion, and just like, "Arr." Like oh, it's like why didn't you use my cells on the parademons? That would have been really good,
Lord Darkseid.
or Superman's.
Yeah, didn't you see?
It's Lord Darkseid. I don't want to say anything because you're totally cool in it. I feel like he could have done this better.
I feel like that's
Darkseid hits the button that makes him shut up.
that hits the button that then sends it back for further robotization that removes another section of his flesh.
Well, apparently, okay. So I like.
Darkseid-
See, I like this characterization of Darkseid doing that because that makes more logical sense. If Darkseid could have done this at any point, then he's just being a dick. like if you have to assume that Darkseid could have won at any point in the entire DC whatever that timeline. So anything he's doing, he's just being a dick.
Yeah.
That makes way more sense. We're just like, nah, screw you. In that conversation about why are you impeding my powers by turning me into a robot, he just keeps turning him into further robot, even though he's trying to help the effort. Just like, no.
He's just being a petty dick.
Yeah.
This is so stupid.
Well, that makes more sense because, like, if Darkseid is strong enough to just kill all of the Green Lanterns, why would he even care? That's always...
And so, like, I don't know, did they ever touch on any of it about, like, where are the new gods in this series?
Maybe that's a movie I did not see. I've only seen, like, 2 or 3 of these movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Because, like, there should be a Highfather and, like, an Orion
Yeah.
and a Mr. Miracle and a Big Barda.
Florida.
yeah, there's always that's always what to me was why Apocalypse just didn't go because they had Anti-Apocalypse sitting right there. That's kind of the whole
Yeah.
point. I mean,
It's just so dumb.
or maybe because he got a Superman, he's good to go, and he killed them all off screen.
Yeah. Oh.
That's dumb. So about
Yeah,
that Snyder
also-
cut.
Yeah. Talking about bad DC movies.
Let's
I
first
just don't understand.
talk about HBO Max, the new service, even though they
But-
already have a streaming service.
Yeah, I thought HBO
see,
was. I thought it was like HBO Go or whatever, and that's what they're
Yeah,
showing.
it's HBO Go.
Okay, and I saw like the preview of HBO Max, and there's like stuff that isn't HBO on there.
Yeah, I saw Family Guy and like
I saw Rick and Morty on there, and I'm like, what? Are they getting like the Turner stuff?
maybe I don't know.
I know Sesame Street's on there, which is bizarre and to me empathetic, completely not the point of Sesame Street, where you're having this public education children's show, and then we're hiding it behind a subscription paywall.
The Sesame Street stuff will then, like, it airs on PBS like a week or something later.
Okay, that's a bit better. That makes me feel.
Yeah, it's-
I'm still disgusted, but I'm less disgusted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just another way that they can get funding, since they apparently can't rely on the federal government for that.
Listen, we can't give Big Bird money, Drew. We need more. The only puppets we're gonna go support
Those
is
puppets teach caring and understanding.
So now here's the real problem. I have HBO Go. Do I have to buy HBO Max now?
Probably.
probably.
If not now, give it 5 years. Give it 5 years and you will.
Yeah, that seems like they should roll that into each other.
Yeah. So I'm still paying for the same thing.
Yeah, because then.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's how they're going to try to get you to upsell from like whatever the cost of HBO Go is to the inevitably more expensive HBO Max.
Remember when Hulu was free and now you have to pay for it and still get ads?
Yeah.
Ugh.
But you
Ugh.
can
Hey.
but you can really pay for it.
Yeah. Justice League. I was gonna say Justice League Action is on Hulu now, and I think I might start watching that. Talking about good Justice League.
That was a good Justice League. My high bar is still Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. The Bruce Timm DC, that's the top.
Sorry, Amazon Prime. They'll get it for you.
Yeah.
I don't want to help those be a trillionaire.
Yeah.
Listen, I know
A trillionaire.
a couple kids from Konoha Village that'll hook me up.
Yep. And Bleach, Ichigo Kurosaki, he's there. Yeah, so I don't know about HBO other than, the Snyder cut. It's real.
Who cares?
I don't like it.
Hey,
Okay.
listen, Nolan,
It's weird.
Justice League was not bad enough. We need to see the complete train wreck that movie was meant to be.
Listen, Justice League as this good, like garbage fun movie. Like I enjoyed watching it. I wasn't like pissed off all the time like I was with Man of Steel and
Batman v Superman.
yeah, that was a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
Justice League, I can sit around and have fun just making fun of it because dumb. It is the dumbest.
What bothers me is that it feels like the internet jerks that were saying release the Snyder cut were correct and they were rewarded, and I don't like that.
They shouldn't be rewarded for bad behavior.
No, they shouldn't.
But they were.
Also, so another thing about like that movie, there's a promo clip or something where it's just like Superman and the Flash are about to race.
Yeah.
And to show like how they don't understand that concept, the last thing it does is like the like slow frame as the race begins, and Superman is flying and not running.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
That's cheating right there.
I feel like I'm so conflicted. All right, I want to get my Zack Snyder feelings out right now.
He's bad. He's bad and a hack and does not understand symbolism or story structure.
He is awful, but
Zack the hack.
I do like some of his visuals. I like, and I think like there's some things I'm like, okay, that's neat looking, but everything like if a character has to talk or that picture has to relate to another picture, I don't like it. But I do like some scenes.
Oh, he's a cinematographer, you're saying?
Yeah, like I think if you said Zack Snyder and someone else was doing the directing, the writing, and whatever, and you said, Zack Snyder, how do we make this shot look good? I think he could do it. And I think he could do it well.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some good stuff in 300.
Yeah. There's some really good shots in 300. I even think there's good shots like how some of the adapt shots in Watchmen, when it's not going off the rail bad, I think I'm like, okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. But the other parts are not good. All the other parts are not good. That trailer for Sucker Punch made me want to see that movie.
Yeah. He makes a good trailer.
He does make a good trailer.
That's all they're doing. Yeah. Oh, why? Okay, so
I really liked the Man of Steel trailer. I thought that trailer was really good.
let me hit you with this. Zack Snyder missed his calling as a music video director.
I think that's what he did. I think that's what he did before movies, was he did music videos.
Like, okay, so then why did anyone think it was a good idea to take what is a 3-minute to 5-minute video and say, I think this guy could do 90 minutes?
Probably because the assumption was, okay, so this 3-minute music video was sick. What if the 90 minutes music video would also be sick the entire time? We'd have gold.
And it just didn't work out.
It's like every Saturday Night Live skit where they go, this 30-second joke is funny. How about we have it go for 5 minutes?
Joe, what up, David S. Pumpkins? Still not funny.
I think it would have been funny if it was 15 seconds, maybe 20. I think it might have worked.
I just don't know.
It's not that funny.
I don't think it's funny.
It was only funny to me because you hated it so much. That made it funny.
Like, I can't say the kids are out of touch now because I feel like I have always been out of touch.
Oh. Okay. I wanted to go. Speaking of out of touch, are you guys still there?
Yeah. Actually, no. Hold on. One thing.
Okay.
Before we get off the Snyder Cut, it works. So, cut right now.
What? I didn't hear. It cut off a little bit.
But they took him out.
Nolan, you're cutting in and out. Am I cutting in and out?
No, you're solid. Nolan, what I've heard is they took him out. It kind of worked.
Oh, Nolan's rejoining. Okay.
Okay. There we go. All right. How's that?
That's better.
That's better.
We just have Discord issues. It's cool.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm talking about the cat's butthole cut.
Yes!
Yeah.
No, that needs to be... That has to happen.
If we yell loud enough, they'll have to do it. It's proven it works.
Yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog, we got, like, the internet fixed him.
The internet can fix cats.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit. Okay.
No, that's how we do it.
See, another reason Skimble Shanks is the best. He's wearing pants. Can't even tell he doesn't have a butthole.
Can't see that hole.
that's the illusion.
That's
No,
the hero.
that's whenever Idris Elba magics him away, he's stealing the buttholes so he can have all of them.
He's covered in buttholes.
It's like, behold, I'm the ultimate cat.
Speaking of being out of touch,
Yeah. Okay. I wanted to go on this weird tangent about out of touch because it's an issue affecting my dad, and he's having some issues. So, let me set the stage because I think his issues are valid and it's actually kind of sad. So
All right.
my dad likes watching chess on Twitch because they do chess tournament. He likes chess and they do chess tournaments on Twitch, and he likes them. So one of the
That's reasonable.
who is like really, he's a top-rated chess streamer, and he was doing like I think he's in top 5 of the world rankings, whatever. And he would always stream and have about 2,000 people watching him while he just kind of plays chess online. And my dad really liked those streams. So what happened is through some internet well, I don't know how it happened, but a bunch of like the YouTuber people started playing chess and they started going on this guy's stream. And when I mean YouTuber people, I mean the kind of names where you don't know who this person is, but they have 1 million subscribers and they react to YouTube videos, and you're like, how the hell is this a thing?
Yeah.
And what has happened is that guy's streams have gone from 2,000 to 11,000 viewers because of all the stream tubers are there. And he's kind of trying to ingratiate himself into that kind of culture, but that's not the point. And it's effectively ruined one of my dad's favorite things because it's turned into like, it's like, no, this isn't good.
No, I know, like, I don't want things I like to get popular. And I say this because that means it's gonna get worse. It's gonna lose sight of what it originally was because it's gonna start trying to appeal to a wider demographic.
Yeah, and because my dad showed me, because my dad showed me what the current stream looked, and it's terrible. It's really terrible.
Yeah.
And it feels like a bunch of those popular YouTube people are playing chess online because, one, there's nothing going on, and two, the joke is, look at us play the smart game bad because we dumb.
Yeah.
But the chess guy is thinking like, oh no, people are really liking chess, and then chess is going to come back and be really popular, and you want to scream at him, no, this is a bit that's going to be for like 2 to 3 weeks, and then they're going to go.
Yeah. Yeah. The hope will be when this fad is over that he goes back to how he used to be and he's not chasing the dragon.
Yeah, but you feel, and it's such a weird thing because like you want to say like, okay, this is wrong. You were doing great. Like he had 2 to 3,000 viewers a stream, which is a bit, well, maybe not 3,000. It was between, it was
Listen,
around.
if he's in hundreds, he's doing great for Twitch.
I think it was between 100 and like it was like the lows were in the 900s and the highs were in the 2000s. Like when there was a tournament going, and I'm like, that's fine. That's completely livable. But it's hard for me to say like, don't. It's one of those things where you want to yell, don't do this, as your numbers go up orders of magnitude, and you're saying, no, you're doing it wrong. I know everything looks like it's successful, but that's not right.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing with like the FGC and why it's Occasionally they get these sponsors come in, like with the Combo Breaker retrospective, we're seeing the Avid logos again. Which, yeah, that didn't turn out to just be a huge scam.
Or just such a flat, and it feels weird because it's the eternal sellout question of
Yeah.
I believe in selling out. I am on board selling out if you can. Listen, my dumb streams get like 2 to 3 viewers. If I was somehow getting 10K, I'm selling out hard. Harder than ever.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, to get to the point where you have the option to sell out, you have to put enough time and love into your craft where it's valuable to yourself. And you're like, I don't want to see this get corrupted.
Also, I think I would just be happy with keeping like the around between 1 to 2,000 mark. I'd be like, nah, that's fine. I don't need more than that.
Yeah, it's at that point you already have achieved well past whatever dreams you had for streaming.
Yeah, it's that. You just do that and you go. But it feels, it's like, it's just so, it's disappointing. I don't know. It'd be like if I started, it feels like if I started doing meme reaction videos. It was me looking at horrible memes and trying to do that to chase trends. And I feel like
it's disappointing. It's disappointing, like finding out that Gootecks is an anti-vaxxer.
Is Gootecks an anti-vaxxer?
He seems like he's an anti-vaxxer. The more stuff I see that comes out from Gootecks, he's pulling an Elon Musk.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. So Mike Ross was correct in leaving.
Yes.
Every day, Mike Ross becomes more correct.
Basically, you can look and see Mike Ross is the not sellout and Gootecks is the do sellout.
I guess I can't sell out. Although I would sell it to Mountain Dew. I'd sell it to Mountain Dew.
Sell it to a product you actually like.
Or just such a blatant product where it becomes like Paul Verhoeven-esque.
Or yeah, like being on what is it? What's that cereal that all the athletes are on?
Wheaties?
Yeah, it's like being on Wheaties.
Yeah, like I would totally get my gamer chair and be like, Red Bull, and then drink a Red Bull and be like, this is disgusting, and throw it away. Like that.
Can we talk about Twitch ads? Like, who are these people in these Twitch ads? Like, I guess they're professional streamers, but I've never heard of any of them except, like, there's one Smash player in there.
Oh, it's that internet. It's what it's. I would describe. I guess I just gotta describe them as the Scream Tuber, or it's like, hey, it's like it's. I'm just gonna. The name that came to my brain was Boxcar Phil. That's like my fake internet name, but that's too good for these people.
That is too good for these people.
Because like I can't make up a bad fake internet name.
Omega J.
Yeah, I like Omega J.
Yeah.
That's the level. Because I'm like, Boxcar Phil, I'm like, no, that's too good.
That's a good.
I can't even make a bad one. Yeah, it's like, okay, it's me, Omega J. And you're like, who the hell's Omega J? And then they have 3,000 like Twitch subs. And then you're in like a YouTube, and you're like, who the hell is this? What do they even do?
And then a Twitch ad starts, and it's Omega J talking about like this razor, and it's like, get out of here, Gillette. You are not hip with it.
And it's not like in Omega J, it's not like some professional like League of Legends player or whatever where you're like
he just streams every day.
And not very good.
But the kids love him.
But he's there doing it.
That's a do spelled D-E-W, right, Nolan?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so
well, in good news.
All right, you go.
I was gonna say, in good news, I like all of May. Their Giant Bomb Premium is on sale, and I bought Premium again.
Oh,
so I've watched I've watched a lot of Jeff Gershman's Pro Skater, but also there is now a premium podcast where they've resurrected the hotspot from GameSpot. GameSpot days. There we go. And the podcast is just Vinny, Alex, Brad, and Jeff talking about GameSpot days.
Oh, that's pretty. That's good. There's some shit they were doing.
Yeah, there is. They've been talking about the review system the past 2 episodes.
Fuck. Are they going to talk about Time Trotters? Have they talked about Time Trotters yet?
No, they haven't. They did talk about Shenmue and how that was such a problem game because no one wanted to review it.
Okay, so do you know what Time Trotters is?
Is that the Jeff and Ryan animated?
Yes, that is their cartoon that had 1 episode where it was Jeff and Ryan going back in time to save shitty video games.
Yeah, this is talking about the actual review system, like the mathematical equation that you plug in all your scores and it spits out, oddly enough, like an 8.6 every time.
Well, that's video. That was video game reviews from early 90s to until every video game website died.
Yeah, but the problem was just like the way the formula worked at GameSpot, just like 8.6 was just a very common number for the math to play out to.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Well, the problem is like then the argument gets into of like someone doing the review is like, yeah, but this feels like it should definitely be more like an 8.5 or an 8.4 versus this. And then you have fan communities being like, see, it's an 8.4 versus like an 8.7. This game's shit. And it's like, and that's why they eventually started pushing to move it from the 99-point scale to the 19-point scale.
I forgot. Yeah, that was a day. I still think the best video game review score was always buy, rent, pass. I always think that's the best one for a not like a product review-esque guide or just like buy, rent, pass. Do you buy it? Do you rent it? Or do you just not even bother?
Yeah.
Because that tells you what you need to know. About sort of tangenting off of the Scream tubers and chasing the fads. I want to pose what I've been thinking about in the shower the past week, which is should we just steal U-Realms? Rob isn't doing it. Should we just steal it?
I think we could, dude.
Like, because I keep thinking, like, I was wondering about that, and I checked on his channel, and he's not doing, he's just doing Grand Theft Auto roleplay, which it's not funny. And it makes me think, maybe I can just steal it. I think
you could.
Like,
you could.
Because we just have to. I would change some things of it. I don't think it can be. I don't think we could use his kobolds. I think that gets too. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. But can I just steal it? Like the system. That's been my thought.
So no, I definitely think we can because he just put that whole system out there for people to use.
Yeah.
So you can definitely just stream and live stream this stuff. Like, you're like, oh, can I just use this D&D stuff? It's like, well, yeah, you can. If people stream a video game and get away with that,
yeah,
like you can just do it.
Yeah, can I just make a series called Good U-Realms?
Yeah.
It's
U-Realms.
No, Kevin, like just like he had to change the name from Unforgotten Realms, you're gonna have to change it from U-Realms to just UR.
I was thinking about like Type R. I was thinking like U-Realms Type R. or something like Exit, dash,
Yeah.
Exit core, Revelator. Yeah, you
No,
Revelator.
No, it's U realms minus R. It's minus Rob.
Yeah. The Guilty Gear naming conventions is the gift that keeps on giving.
It is. So, U realms, Nolan, if you're not familiar.
Yeah, EX latest.
Yeah.
Ultra suplex hold.
Ew. Yeah,
But
explain
yeah,
it,
are you
Drew.
familiar with U realms, Nolan?
Not really.
Okay, so yeah, it is a very simplified D20 system, but it's really good to just pick up and play, like, because it's okay. You want to be this this race. Here's the benefits of this race. You want to be this class. Here's all the cards that are the abilities this class can do. Pick 5 of them. And, like, there's no leveling. It's just this character's already fully done and realized.
It's meant to do a series of one-shots, but the characters in the one-shots become NPCs down the way.
Or at least that's how Rob used it. I don't think it's meant to be that. I think it can be long-form storytelling, but that's how Rob did it.
See,
Rob was trying to build a brand and a world.
Because I really liked that. Because I like the idea of 1 week you're playing a group of thieves, and then the next week you're playing a group of detectives or whatever trying to catch the thieves, and then the culmination is the 2 characters fight, but you have attachments to both because you've played as both characters. So you go, all right, who do you play? And you're gonna have to fight yourself, kind of thing.
Yeah. But the problem was that Rob was a perfectionist and would take forever to get the next bit out.
He also tried to redo the entire system, I think, 3 times.
Yeah, that sounds right to me. Also, he then did a Kickstarter to make a game based on it that raised a significant amount of money.
Oh, he hit $1 million.
But then,
it was a flop.
He couldn't actually figure out how to make a game. He just figured he'd stumbled through all this other stuff. He would figure out how to make a game.
He did the biggest thing of the Kickstarter boom was creator that does a lot, and they say, well, I did all of this, I can just make a video game, right? And not knowing that, no, that is not.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. Andrew Hussey had the same thing.
Well, Andrew Hussey also got robbed.
He did get robbed. He did get his money stolen from him, where the people said, we're going to take your money and develop King's Quest. And they did.
Huh.
Yeah, that was...
Okay, actually, that's really cool.
But yeah, it is... The other problem is that all the good players...
Oh, they left.
Steadily they just left. They just started streaming their own stuff, and the new replacements weren't as good.
No.
They lost the original chemistry.
Yeah.
Did Roman just stop showing up?
No, Roman had a kid. Roman has a real life.
Oh, okay.
So, because yeah,
I know Roman was the one who wasn't actually doing any side work for it. He would just show up to play because he already had a job.
Yeah, I want to say there was tensions between Rob and Justin and Co, and that's why they stopped showing up. And then
I could believe it.
And then Roman is still, because Roman is just Rob's friend, but Roman just has real life.
Yeah.
And then the artist left because Rob was both a perfectionist, but also would change things, and they couldn't do it.
Yeah, because it's the thing of, well, I've already spent this much time on this, and now you're saying I have to scrap all of it and do it again?
Yeah. When Rob freaked out, all of the artists bailed. Six Lona and they all bailed. Nick Graves is just in college actually becoming a real animator. That's why he left.
Good for Nick.
He's really good. I don't know if you follow Nick Graves on Twitter, but when he posts stuff, you're like, ah, crap. Nick Graves, he draw for real.
He draw good.
Yeah, he's for real.
I don't know. I always like any sort of just dumb D&D stuff.
Oh yeah, it was me. It was the pinnacle
and
of dumb D&D.
Yeah, because it's all D20s. It's just all. You don't need any other die. It's just roll a D20.
I also think that the puppet system is revolutionary and still has not been used to this. But that is such a game changer.
Yeah, they would every week. They had their own avatar, and there's enough props in the engine that they can just pile things on top of their character to make them look like their new character.
So imagine,
and then they can just hold a button and the mouth moves, so it looks like they're talking.
So when you have, it cuts down the biggest role playing problem of when you have people talking, and you're either just seeing nothing like a blank screen, or you're just seeing real life people talk. But this, you had the drawings that were pseudo animated of the characters on screen kind of talking, and it's I'm surprised no one has stolen that concept. To me, that is the biggest deal, because it makes the talking scenes way more interesting, because you're seeing like the characters, quote unquote, there.
Yep.
It feels like if that's what you would steal or develop some sort of system to do so.
Damn. Yeah.
Like
I think you could just steal it, Kevin.
My first goal is, honestly, I would develop some sort of pseudo, either with green screens or overlays, a puppet-esque system.
I think you could just message Rob and ask for it.
No, because he spent money on the actual.
Oh, he did.
No, yeah, like he's talked about how that's proprietary. Like, of all he does not give that out, because that's the thing that he effectively would set him apart. He's like, the game system is out there, but not the puppet system. I remember because people were basically wanting it real bad, and he's like, no.
Yeah.
Because all those assets and stuff were commissioned, and like he paid for that effectively, which makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I could figure out a workaround. I feel like in this quarantine I should start doing it, or thinking about it at least, because it doesn't have to be that good. That's the thing. It doesn't have to be that good. I could draw the characters either not in the comic style, but in the crayon-y style that I did for that one animation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have to.
Kevin, just buy Dreams.
Just do it in Dreams. Apparently, that's infinite. Yeah.
Oh, I do miss Good You Realms.
Because I've been cankering for it, and I feel like the only way I'm gonna get it is if I do it and then I stream it.
Yeah.
But I think I can. I think I can.
Let me put it this way: if Rob could do it, I think you can do it, Kevin.
Yeah. Because I maybe that should be a goal. I should try to plan, because I can plan out a campaign, especially with you.
I mean, I have one planned out right now.
Yeah.
That we never finished.
Well, yeah, that's the yeah. Well,
You
Do
just
that next week.
maybe.
Yeah, I couldn't do it this past week, but yeah, I can definitely do it next week.
Maybe. I'll have to think about. This is good because I needed something to do. Because otherwise, like, it's honestly, I've been playing Legends of Runeterra, Magic the Gathering to get on like my daily quest, and then until I get bored with those. But I can only play both. I can only play a card game for about 2 hours maximum. Usually I only play for an hour because it kind of
Yeah.
because the random and like that's all I can take of I got lost again. Oh, I lost again. Sometimes I get on a hot streak and then I get to like I get a couple wins and that goes for 2 hours, but I can't play for that long because it just the madness sets in. So I've been having like, well, I did my comic and I've done everything and I got 6 hours. I have like 10 hours of the day.
Kevin, I got it.
What?
Green screen and hero clicks.
Maybe. No, so I was thinking about like a green screen and then just having like an overlay where like in a separate window where I just kind of like take the model and kind of move it up and down while someone's talking. like just I don't know. Maybe because
You just diggle it.
Yeah, because all you would need, like I wouldn't do the mouth movements. I would just have like open talk. Like I would just have faces, which means all you would need is just like facial expressions, like a neutral.
Let's see. Okay, let me ask. What happens if two people are talking?
You would have it per. Well, that's why I think like
How are you gonna jiggle two people?
Yeah, I have to. Is this? Is this going to end up with me having to like? This is going to end up with me like reverse engineering the entire puppet system. Because I think all it is is an HTML page with user controls. That's all I think it is.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And you would just have sprites of just characters, but instead of having like the customizable, which I think is hard, you just have every character has like an angry, a sad, a neutral, a happy. Like you just have 4. And you would just draw per character or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll consider. So this is consideration. I'll have to look into that. Anyway, anything else you guys want to talk about before we're done?
I hope we don't. Well, my main thing is, I hope quarantine because Warhammer 40K is starting to look really cool.
Oh no! Oh no! Nolan, you're getting the itch.
I've been reading a bunch of lore because I'm like, what's this all about? Ooh, this is neat. Hey, how much are these figurines? Uh-oh.
Okay.
No, see, so that's what led Kevin down the hero clicks.
Yeah, so I did get that into me. And that's actually kind of what turned me into card games because that also got like the feeling. If you want to do Warhammer, the best my 100% recommendation, if it's 40K, if there are books that are written by Dan Abnett, you read them. You read the books. Those are good. And then you read crap, I forgot the other guy. He's like the second tier, but he's still good. They're like you just read the books. Treat Warhammer as like a book series. Do not treat it as miniatures. That's dangerous. But if you treat it as a book series, you're good. Also, Warhammer 40K Space Marine. That game's great.
Oh yeah.
And I think Dawn of War 2 is also good.
Like a little bit. I played like the demo. I'm like, wow, this game's really cool, and that didn't. And then like 5 years passed by, and I'm like, hey, what's that all about?
Total Warhammer looks incredible, but that game is super expensive and will not run on my laptop.
I don't know. Well, I'll look into that a little more, and I'll give you guys an update on where that's going.
Yeah, but this just miniatures are dangerous. Miniatures are very dangerous.
Yep.
You'll end up with even the cheap ones. You'll end up with a shoebox full of superhero miniatures and not know what to do with them.
Yeah, they're just now garbage.
They're in my room in a box.
Yep. I did not bring them with me to Knoxville.
I think they're in my. I'm gonna check. They might be in the room where. I think they're in the room next to my Dreamcast, like in a Tupperware bin. Anyway, but Warhammer's cool though.
Later. Yeah.
Later days. Bye.
Bye.